السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Augustus personalities and distinguished guests and my dear friends in Islam. In this magnanimous juncture, I would like to share my few words about the given topic, irrational approach of La Madhhabiyya, necessity of being a Muqallid in Islam. As we all know, the Ummah's greatest achievement in the past millennium was its intellectual cohesion. That means the Sunni faction of Muslims clearly maintained all the intellectual cohesion and all the dealings of the respect of religiosity in all manners, except in some engagements. To illustrate one among them, La Madhhabiyya is have a pivotal role in considering some engagements. When we contemplate on La Madhhabiyya, if we want to conceive or perceive its concepts and engagements, we want to understand the necessity of four madhabs. Taking Sheikh Abdul Hakim Murad into account and his magnum opus, Understanding Four Madhabs, we could easily perceive that the necessity of being a Muqallid in Islam and the necessity and requirement of four madhabs in formation of Islamic Sharia and Islamic laws. And he continues by saying that in the emergence of Islamic legal theories and in the emergence of Islamic concepts, the very cases that have apparent contradiction with the preserved text were closely scrutinized by the ulama, especially in the ulama of usul al-fiqh. As we all know, the term ta'arul adilla, which means the mutual contradiction of the preferred text or proof text, is very familiar among the students of usul al-fiqh. And it is considered as the most sensitive or complicated or contradicted one among all the students who concern with the term usul al-fiqh. And that's why the early Muslim scholars like Ibn Qutayba devoted all their times to fix this problem and to emerge the methods to fix these kinds of contradiction which emerge among the literary proof texts. Moreover, in order to protect the Islamic Sharia from the distortion, the ulama laid so many rigorous conditions to be a mujtahid in Islamic Sharia. Al-Imam Tajuddin Subki, in his profound kitab or magnum opus Jamul Jawami, brings this condition as follows. The first one is mastery of Arabic language, minimizing the misinterpretation of the revealed text. The second one is a profound knowledge of Quran and Sunnah. And the third one is knowledge on the specialized discipline in the Hadith literature. And the fourth one is knowledge on the views of the followers, companions, and greatest imams in Islamic history. And the fifth one is knowledge of science of juridical analogy, qiyas. And the sixth one is knowledge of general objectives of Islam, Maqasid Sharia. And the seventh one is a high degree of intellectual and personal piety. When these all conditions contained in one personality, we can call him as a mujtahid. And he has the power of istinbat, the upliftment of hukum, upliftment of law from the preferred text or proof text. As Quran says, وَإِذَا جَاءُوهُمْ أَمْرٌ مِّنَ الْأَمْنِ أَوِ الْخَوْفِ فَأَذَاهُ بِهِ وَلَوْ رَدُّوهُ إِلَى الرَّسُولِ أَوْ أُولُو الْأَمْرِ مِنْهُمُ الَّذِينَ يَسْتَنبِطُونَ مِنْهُمْ. That means these scholars have the power of istinbat, the upholding of the Islamic laws from the proof text. Also, Quran says in another ways, وَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. That means Ask the ulama if you don't know. That means in the society there will be the persons who don't know things and who know things. So the ignorant people must adhere the scholars in the engagements and dealings of Islamic concept and Sharia. So when we contemplate on the reasons of emerging these types of concepts like La Madhabiyya, we come across the very term that the global Western influenced culture. That means this global Western influenced culture itself urged all the people from its childhood itself to challenge the authority of the established authority of all the things. That the La Madhabiyya is also one among them. In fact, factually speaking, the great scholars of Islamic hadith literature and exegesis all are adherents of madhabs, and they require and they promote to become adherents of madhabs. So considering all the aforementioned factors, we can clearly understand the irrational approach of La Madhabiyya and the necessity of being muqallid in Islam. That's all. Assalamu alaikum.